So, hello guys and welcome to this slightly unusual video. Today I'm going to present an idea for survival I'd like to call lossless treasure fishing. So basically what this is you fish for treasure as efficiently as possible, however you don't want to lose your fishing rod. You don't want it to break basically. So yeah, of course the reason why you would want to do this is because you have a very good fishing rod and you don't want to have to enchant another one and get the same enchants on it. I got to it in a second, why actually the perfect enchantments and such are quite hard to get. But first of all, just in case if you want to do this, there are actually ways to AFK farm this with this technique. Although of course it won't be as efficient. Basically what it gets down to is that your fish farm is adapted to only work for a certain amount of times until it just blocks itself or turns itself off or whatever you want to call it, because yeah, a certain amount of times have been used, have been fished, whatever, and the machine notices that and it stops. So let me just quickly show this machine. This is an adaptation of Panda 4994's fish farm, the guy from Zipcards, by the way. So basically I just changed a couple of things about it. I'll get to do the tutorial in a second, but first I'd like to show you how it, well, what it basically does. So again, you just stand here, you get your fishing rods. I'm just using a normal one for now, and you just right click, and if you put it on, then actually it won't do anything, because that's the way this thing works. Normally you look at your fishing rods. Let me just go into survival for this. See? Oh wait, yeah, the thing about fishing rods. Yeah, so now it displays durability, you see, 62 durability. You go into here, you put 62 in here, and basically then it will allow you to do fish 62 times, and then it will stop, and that means my durability will be 0, which means it has not broken yet, don't worry, and you can still repair it. And in case this is some kind of very valuable fishing rod with very rare enchantments, and not talking about everything maxed out, that's not perfect, but I'll get to that in a second, as already said. But basically this will just yeah, just what do I want to say, yeah, this machine will go on for 62 tries like this, but of course I won't show you 62, I will just make it a bit shorter and show you 60, well, not 60 anything, we'll just show you 3 catches, then the fish will get here. But yeah, let's just get into this time lapse and I'll see you right back. So yeah guys, that was it. 3 catches, 1 half fish, 1 water bottle, and a bit of a flaw with the design is that there fish do get stuck in here. However, there will never be more than 1, as far as I know. So yeah, basically once you use the machine again, it will just cycle it on. So that shouldn't be a problem. But if you really want it, you can just access it like this. If I can put it in here, I guess. So yeah, all 3 dirt have been transferred to here. You can just take it out and you can be like, okay, I've got 59 durability left. Let's put 59 here and fish for real now. Yeah, of course I will put this off because that alarm is terribly annoying for you. So yeah, as you could hear, actually I'm going to turn it back on just for an instant. There's a node block alarm going off here, basically indicating that you are done AFK fishing because the farm has turned off. And in case you walk by a computer or something, you hear the alarm and you're like, oh okay, I gotta refill the system. So yeah, that's basically how it works. Pretty simple in my opinion. Now I'm just gonna quickly take Panda's design from his video, assuming you've just used his tutorial, which of course will be in the description. I'm just going to show you how you adapt it to get to this design I made right there. So first of all, I'm going to destroy what needs to be destroyed, because we're not using all of the stuff you built, unfortunately. So first we're gonna get rid of, well, basically all of the stuff which contains the fishing rods, because we don't want to use more fishing rods than one. We just want to use the one which is in our inventory already. So we just do this. Actually, I'll leave this open. Do this. Let's see. This is 3, 4, 6. I'm quickly gonna get this out of my inventory, of course, because it's annoying. There we go. I just got rid of the dirt. Oh no, you know what, I'm just gonna keep the dirt. Anyway, now we got this. No, we're gonna start by poking out those two things. We put this in there, double chest, hopper on top of it. Then right here, we're gonna have to make a hole as well. A torch there, some block on top of it. Then here, a repeater on 4 ticks. Oh, sorry, that was my bad. Now here, you put a piston and redstone dust. This way you basically get a pulse generator, as you may know if you're into redstone. Anyway, just let your redstone run up there and connect this to there with a redstone torch to invert the signal. So that's most of stuff for this side. The only thing you still need to do is just place a double chest here for your loot. This is basically where the fish and the name tags and all the stuff you want will go. Then I would personally close it off like this, but you can of course choose what to do. Now let's get rid of this block because we can't use it either. So let's put comparator there, repeater on 1, then a block, a torch. I'm going to extend the wall right here at this point. There we go. Just quickly put our lever here, I think. Yeah, it should be here. Torch at the back of it. Actually, keep the lever here for now, because the door will make noises and it will be annoying. But we can move the lever in a second, because this lever will be pointless. So, basically what we do is we place a block here, put a repeater there, then stuff like that. Here we put a block. Now, if you want the alarm like I had over there with the node blocks, which of course isn't entirely necessary, but I'd use it personally, you just place this block. You will always need this block, but if you want the alarm, you place the comparator here, 3 redstone dust, and you just do this, and then when this turns off, it will start pulsing. Now you go over here. Oh, that was a mistake. And you place another block here, because if you place it here, it will be powered by this always, because this actually doesn't switch between on and off, but just between a high and a low state of power. So let's place this here, and yeah, you can do whatever pitch, put whatever pitch on it you want. I'm just gonna go somewhere halfway, I guess. But what of course is kind of useful is to just get rid of the block below, because then you get the piano sound, which I personally kind of prefer. So yeah, I would just get the pitch a little bit higher than normal. That's about it with that. Now let's finish the rest of this design up. We're going to place dust here, dust here, and here. Now I'm just going to grab a slab, put it up here. This way this will only yeah, this will basically act as a diode. Now if we turn it off, this will blink, because of course there's no item in here. Now if I put an item in here, see, okay, we can catch 1 fish before we turn the farm off, so the alarm stops. And yeah, once we turn it on, normally... this is strange. I must have made a mistake somewhere. Let me just pause the video while I figure this out. And I'm back. Actually, the mistake was really simple. I just left the lever on right here. You probably were already yelling at your screen right now or something. But whatever. You just remove the lever, then if you put it on, it will normally just do like that. If you put it off, it will stop doing that. Of course, only if there's an item in there. So I'm just gonna get rid of the item for now. You have to put 1 in there. Also, yeah, you have to put 1 in there if you use it. But also something I forgot to mention is that in Panda's design, it's a bit of a flaw in my opinion. But anyway, you better destroy this block. At least if you have sky access above it. Like if this is just a house, you can just. You're strongly advised to poke a hole through the roof, because as explained in a video by Wubbi, which I will link to and talk about in a second. Yeah, actually, if it's raining in the spots of water you're fishing in, that means you will get every catch will basically be 20 times, no, not 20 times, 20% shorter. So yeah, it's also something really easy to do, so I strongly advise you to do that. Basically, you can have, even if this is underground or something, you can have a shaft like going up like this, I guess. So yeah, that's basically what about the tutorial, I guess. Now I'm going to get into the last part of this video, which is why you would want to use this or why you wouldn't want to use it. So basically the pro and the cons about lossless treasure fishing. So basically, first I'm gonna get into some numbers, but let me just quickly do a... So I'm back, guys, and something again I forgot to mention is that actually, of course, if you just have a fishing rod with unbreaking 3 on it, that means that it will last longer, but actually the exact way it works is, as far as I know, every time you cast your rod and you reel it back in, just like with tools, it will have a 1 out of 4 chance to lose 1 durability instead of 100% chance. So that means that on average your fishing rod will last 4 times longer, so that would be, you could technically put 256 items in here on average. However, that means that quite often your fishing rod will break. So I got some help from some guy, I will link to him in the description, don't worry. And he gave me a graph, which will probably be on the screen right now. And basically what it shows you is, if you have, let's say, X durability, let's say 50 or something, you just go there on the x-axis, and then you look at the value on the y-axis, and you see how much input you have to put into the hopper to basically then the next fishing session will have, the entire session will have a chance of 1 out of 1,000 that it actually will break your fishing rod. So that's kind of small. It will allow on average over 300 hours of fishing, AFK fishing that is. So I would personally go with something like that if I use this lossless treasure fishing. But of course you can go for the completely safe method and just only put your durability in there. But I can tell you, then even with full durability you can only AFK for about 25 minutes. And then you will have to come back and see how much it has degraded, which will be barely anything. On average 16 uses only. But yeah, that's basically what I want to say, and I'll get right back into the pros and the cons. So I'm back with some numbers, but before I get into that, I would like to thank Wubbi from ZipCrowd again for making a video this Tuesday, which actually inspired this video you're watching right here. But more importantly, because it explained all of the algorithms involving fishing, and basically that's my source where I got the numbers from. I'm just going to, well, actually I didn't get the numbers from him, but I basically got the numbers by calculating stuff which I could because of the formulas he provided us with. So now that's over and done with, let's get to the actual data. So for my first pro, or whatever you want to call it, let's just show some stuff. I'm going to go right over here and compare some stuff. So basically, if you have a normal fishing rod, no enchantments, like this one right here for example, doesn't really matter if you see it or not, whatever, that one will on average catch 1 name tag if you're AFK farming or whatever, every 3,360 seconds. Oh yeah, by the way, before I go any further, I have to mention that the numbers I am using also have 2 constants as far as I, yeah, which basically means that I say that there's no rain. If there's rain, it doesn't, all times will go down by 20%, so relatively speaking it doesn't make a difference. But another constant I just assumed is kinda accurate is that if you're using an AFK farm, you can basically reel the rod and throw it back into the water in about half a second on average. So yeah, those are the two constants I used, and that's why how I got that 3,360 seconds for the normal fishing rod. I'm just gonna call that 100% efficiency because it's a normal rod. Then if we were to go to a fully enchanted rod, let's see if I got one here. Not really, but it doesn't matter. Basically a rod with lure 3 and luck of the sea 3, which you would probably assume is the best, but actually it's not. I got to that right in a second. That is, it should take normally 2,160 seconds, I believe, until you get a name tag, on average of course, which is already a staggering 156%. That's already 56% faster than the previous one. However, we can go even higher by using one of these perfect fishing rods, as I like to call them, which is basically have lure 1, luck of sea 3, and get an efficiency of 170%. In other words, let me think, 1,971 seconds per name tag. That's a little low on 2 name tags an hour, I'd say. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So basically there is a point in using these over fishing rods I can't show you right now, but which basically have lure 3 and luck of the sea 3. But of course, if you were using these take quite a long time to get. You need to get lure 1, which is kind of annoying because you will have to do some sub level 30 enchantments for this. I did 27, 30 level 30 enchantments, and these are the results. Basically, the thing which looks the most like it was Unbreaking 3, luck of the sea 2, no, sorry, 3, where is it? Yeah, oh wait, I'm pretty sure I got it in here somewhere. See, luck of the sea 3, actually I may not have it in there now that I think about it. I mean, luck of the sea 2, I guess, and lure 2, but anyway, I did double check the fact that there wasn't any luck of the sea 3 lure 1 in there, so I'm pretty sure it's impossible to get with a level 30 enchantment, or at least it's going to be a very, very low chance. And the best way to get it would probably be using different low level enchantments. I won't get into that theory. I don't really know the enchantment algorithms. You have to check another video for that. However, it will take some time, of course, and you don't want to do that you just break the fishing rod and have to do that every time over, because it even with average chances with, you know, the unbreaking stuff, it does only last a little, let's see, 25 minutes times 4 approximately, so that would be 1 hour and 40 minutes on average, kind of, or at least close to that. And yeah, in my opinion, that's not really worth it. So yeah, but you still have that 170% efficiency. So basically the point I'm trying to make here, which I am way over explaining, is that if you want to go for this high efficiency, if you really want to get everything you can out of your AFK time, this is the way to go, because you don't want to break a fishing rod. That would simply be extremely inefficient. Now, a second thing about it, dang, I forgot for you. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I know it again, which is basically is that you have to take quite a long time preparing your fishing rod, but once you got it, you only have to repair it. It takes 30 levels, and as Panda showed in his last video, which I will also link in the description, of course, you can just put a fishing farm like the one I've got over there or there, right next to, let's say, a skeleton mob farm, but it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a normal mob farm using custom no, not custom spawners, just normal survival spawners will do, because if you're in range, they will continue to spawn, and you can just get a ton of skeletons while you're AFK fish farming, and that way you don't have to do long AFK sessions or go to your enderman farm to get some XP. You can just repair it right away. Of course, same thing goes for the what's it called? Yeah, if you want to do treasure fishing with loss. However, that means that you still have to do 2 enchantments on average and one combining action in the anvil, which means that it will still take a bit longer. But that's not a really important point. Then to the cons of this system, well, the most obvious one, of course, is that it will take a long time to prepare one of these fishing rods. You don't just get them by doing a level 30 enchantment, as I just showed. It takes some time. I approximate over half an hour, actually. And of course, a second con, and basically only actually other bad thing about it I could imagine, is the fact that you can't do long AFK sessions. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to leave my computer running overnight, because, well, of course, you will only be able to AFK for depending on how much dirt or whatever you put in here, and not depending on what's it called? Yeah, not depending on the time you leave your PC running. So yeah, I guess that's pretty straightforward. And actually, I think that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you liked it. It's a bit of weird for me to do this kind of videos, like hypothetical stuff, because as I already told you, I don't think this is extremely efficient, but it was just a bit of a unusual idea I thought was worth doing some research in. So, as I already said, thanks for watching. Please leave a rating, no matter you liked it or didn't like it. I like to know your opinion about this kind of videos, and I hope I will see you in another video.